Hey guys, welcome to another edition of the Space Age Electronics Podcast. As per request, I have Kyle back on the podcast. A lot of people liked the last video. So, Kyle Jarvenpaa, welcome back to the podcast.
Thanks for having me back. I'm glad people like listening to me talk. It's not just myself, I guess.
Well, it's we always learn a lot with you, so I'm glad that we could be here and meet again.
Thank you.
Hey guys, Kyle and I recording the podcast went a little long, so this is some extra footage. Or you could say a part two of the podcast where Kyle and I are talking about what kind of company Space Age Electronics is, as well as the future of fire alarm. Do you see the market growing a lot in the next few years, or what kind of growth do you see with this?
I can say that I would see it growing in the next few years. I mean, the last 3 years, it's grown considerably. I mean, maybe for us that's been the case because we went from zero to what we're at now. Like we
Mhm.
didn't have a product to provide in this space, and now we do. So naturally, we have that growth. But I can say that just from the market perspective, I mean, there's still cranes in the sky. There's still projects being approved.
Right,
I would say that my hope is that things would go well. I mean, I guess the economy is going to be the judge of that. But
right.
as long as we're building, there's opportunity and there's buildings and people to keep safe. So, just like we do on a day to day basis with permanent fire alarm systems, those buildings need something in place while they're being built. So the same opportunities are there.
Right. Well, it's newer for us over here in America. The product we use is made by a company called Ramtech, and it's based out of the UK. Um, so it's kind of interesting to see that dynamic, especially like you said, with the since it's new to us, the whole entire market's new to us.
It is.
Yeah. One question I really well, this is new in the industry. What do you see? Because you've been in the life safety industry for over a decade now. What do you see changing in the next 5 to 10 years, or what new things you think is going to happen in the life safety industry?
I would say that I can see things changing quite a lot on the technology side. You see it
Hmm.
from other manufacturers right now. It's just a
Right.
matter of the industry allowing the use of the technology.
Yeah, it's definitely how do I have a good example of this. The fire alarm panel that I'm trained on, its microprocessor is a 16-bit processor.
Right.
16 bits.
Yep.
It's not 1930. Like
Right.
why are we doing this?
Right.
19 well, sorry, 1960 or something like that. But I really think that some some manufacturers need to get kind of kicked in the butt a little bit and make some better things and let the code, breathe a little bit to allow new technologies, because it's all about saving lives. It's all about helping prevent disasters from getting worse, as well as helping people get out of the way of disasters. So
Mhm.
I like that answer. I hopefully I'm in the industry long enough to see some really cool changes.
I think we'll see them sooner than later. And we already are on a
Mhm.
small scale. Like in the moment, it's kind of hard to realize it sometimes, but when you really step back and look at it, like some of the stuff that we're doing right now or that we're seeing our partners do who carry various fire alarm lines, like
Mhm.
it's impressive and it's far beyond where it was a decade ago.
Right. Well, it's not a bad time to be in the life safety industry. Even kind of no matter what the economy does, it's code driven. It's driven
Mm.
by compliance, and so it's nice to be in this industry. Uh, Now, a little bit more personal note. Didn't you have a child?
I had a child. Yes.
You
My
decided to keep her.
my wife had the child. I assisted and now I'm getting used to the dad role. She's great. She's 14 months old now and she started walking at about 10 months. So she started walking kind of early compared to
Uh,
when I started walking when I was little, but we've just been chasing her around for a few months now and she's kind of starting to say words. It's pretty interesting. Like I've never really been around little kids or anything
uh,
my entire life. Don't have the biggest family by any means, so
right.
having a child has changed a lot. My perspective of things, which is a good thing. Like I love it. It's great.
You changed a little bit. I know we only see each other virtually pretty much, but you definitely changed a little bit. Uh, Congratulations! I'm glad she's been walking. I'm glad that you guys like her. And you're still going to keep her. You're planning
We're
on
we're
raising
gonna
her.
keep her around for now. Yeah, I can see benefits in the future, maybe some monetary benefits. Put her to work. She can get a job. So. No,
Well,
she's great. It's been awesome.
that's good. That's good. I actually have one last question for you. So, what do you think customers can expect space age from space age in the future in the next few years? How do you think it's going to change for them? I just talked to Mike about this dealer program, the tier program we're doing.
Yeah.
What do you think customers should look out for us?
I think that we're in a position right now where you've got that tier program you mentioned that you talked to
Mhm.
Mike about. We've been our company as a whole has been going through a change with our ERP system and switching over from an antiquated system we've had for well before I was in the company to this new system that we've adopted. So, and that's changing our entire company over how we run the
Mhm.
company, our inventory management, order processing, engineering, our CRM database, like everything's going to be on this
Mhm.
platform, and it's going to allow us to be a lot more organized. I can speak for me; it's going to allow me to be a lot more organized. I know that. So all that being said, I think it's setting us up to be. This is going to sound very cliche, but it's to be a better partner. Really, we're going to have better tools, and we're going to have the ability to really pay more attention and be more. I don't want to say on task. It's probably not the right way to say it. I I guess for myself, be more on task. I've never had a CRM I've used
Be more responsive.
be more responsive and
Mm.
I think from that perspective it's the organization is key, but also from a partnership perspective it's allowing us to look at who we are and how we portray ourselves and how we carry ourselves to the industry and to our customers,
Mhm.
but also it allows us to have a better idea of who our customers are and what they require from us. So whether that just be more communication, better communication, more information being shared, and just the opportunity to be together more, whether it be in person or virtual. I think the last couple of years have told us a lot as far as communication goes and not being able to do things in person. But
Right.
I would like to say, I guess to sum up my rambling, it's just we're on pace and we're positioning ourselves to be a much better partner to our customers. And I think it's going to benefit both sides, both ways. And again, it sounds like a cliche response, but it really truly does feel that way. And again, being with the company for 11 years,
Mhm.
we've never been in this position before. So it is exciting.
Yeah, it's not to talk too much about it, but it's fascinating how much this company has grown and is growing. I mean, we've been around for years, but the amount of growth in the past just 5 years has been really well. Like you said, it's kind of forced us to change and to get some to up our communication and up our offerings and things like that. So I'm excited about it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've been a company since 1963, and
Mhm.
even in just the last 11 years I've been involved, I mean, I can see that the change has been exponential and
Right,
the growth has been exponential. The amount of people we have has been exponential, and we've got 3 locations now in New England or in Massachusetts, and we've been able to produce more and be more responsive. So it's all up from here.
right. Well, Kyle, I know that you educate people a lot. I know a lot of the people are on committees. Don't you participate in a lot of AFAA uh, programs?
Yeah, we do have a lot of people on code committees. I'm not one of those people currently, but I
I'm
am
not
on
either.
the
I don't care to be. Well,
code
I
is code is one of those things,
yeah.
you either love it or you hate it. And I'm well, I shouldn't say you either because I'm kind of stuck in between. I educate on it and I
Uh,
like them for the reasons that they're there, but I don't want to sit in a room and help come up with them. Well, I guess we'll say that.
right, right.
But I am on the board of directors for AFA New England,
Okay,
and that is the Automatic Fire Alarm Association, and it's based on around education. That's what the organization exists for. It's to educate the industry. It's to bring the industry together in the New England area. and just go over topics like what is Boston doing, what's changing for code. Let's talk about elevators, let's talk about smoke control. It's whatever the topic is that people want to know more about.
Mhm.
AFAA helps organize the educational speaker and the facility and the time in which to do it. So I've been on the board now for, I don't know, 5 years or so, maybe in
Okay.
total.
Wow.
And it's beneficial. It's a great organization, and there's others out there. SFPE, Asset. There's so many different organizations and chapters throughout the country in the different regions, and I would certainly encourage people to be a part of them because you do get a lot out of it.
Yeah, I've never really been a part of, committees or gone to those things. I've gone as, like, a vendor to go and, like, have a booth, but, now kinda getting into the education side is really interesting. And like I said before, I'm kind of having this realization that space age is full of industry knowledge. Like even just in our BDM team alone, there's so much knowledge about fire alarms, about just manufacturing, about life safety in general, and it's a really
I,
cool team to be part of.
I feel very fortunate to be part of the team because you've got people that you can tap into as a resource on
Mhm.
knowledge that you just don't have yourself. Like I've used Mike Ventola in the past as a resource so many times for smoke control, to where he's even come up to the Northeast to do presentations, given that he's a principal on NFPA 92. I mean, that carries a lot of
Mm,
weight, and his knowledge on it is just more than I'll probably ever have. And
right.
Joseph on the two-way systems and what he's been doing out on the West Coast and in California,
Mhm.
there's just everybody has something that they focus on and that they bring. And I guess for me, it's NFPA 241. So it's kind of where I've fallen into place.
There you go. Well, that's all the questions I had. Uh, I think we're gonna be down in Houston doing some presentations here in a little
Yes.
bit. Is there any AFA events coming up that you wanna plug really quick?
Coming up, currently not at the moment. We're in the planning phases right
Mm,
now, for the next few months here locally. But I do know that when we're together in Texas, in Houston, our educational sessions we're gonna do down there is gonna be with the Texas Fire Alarm Association. So
huh.
from a group perspective, we're supporting that, and supporting organizations nationally however we can. But for me, upcoming, not currently, no.
Well, Kyle, thank you so much for showing up again on the podcast. I'm really excited to see more of your is it Coffee with Kyle? Is it what was
It's
the called again?
virtual coffee with Kyle. Yeah.
Virtual Coffee with
Yeah.
well, why don't you call it Virtual Coffee with Virtual Kyle?
I don't like that.
Okay.
Just
Jeez.
virtual coffee with Kyle.
Well, guys, Kyle will definitely speak his mind when he's talking to you in person. So reach out to him, and he'll help educate you on some good life decisions. Anyways, Kyle,
Yeah.
thanks for showing up to the
I don't know
podcast.
about life decisions, but thanks for having me. If anyone wants to hang out more virtually, like Kasey said, you follow me on LinkedIn, Kyle Jarvenpaa. That's Jarvenpaa. Once a month in the new year, I'll be putting out videos that I was doing previously, the virtual coffee videos, where I just speak on. It could be a product, it could be content, industry related stuff, code stuff, whatever it is. It's usually just short 5 to 10 minute videos. So if you liked this, then maybe you like those.
Sweet. Great plug. Well, guys, thank you for watching this little clip of the Space Age Electronics podcast. Remember, as always, if you want to find out more info about Space Age, go to our website at 1sae.com, or like Kyle said, reach out to any of us on LinkedIn, and we'd be happy to come by or to meet with you virtually. Have a great day.